Welcome to the Law of One, conscious channeling of LL Research. Today's session will be going over the energy centers. I always like going over material concerning the chakras because this is core material. Let's begin. I am Latwii. Greetings to you in the love and in the light of the one infinite Creator. It is written in your holy works that you shall love your enemies, and those that spitefully use you, for it is not difficult to love those who love you, but all important to love those who do not love you. We ask each to ponder these simple words, as the heart may mature and become a strong and reliable energy center, capable of being open and full of energy, with no blockage of fear. The full and open heart. Let us gaze upon it as it touches upon the various energies and activities of the illusion, in which you call your red ray energy center. What is the full and open heart but one who accepts all energies of life as beautiful? This heart sees the beauty of form as it is designed in this illusion and is able to comprehend the energies that move through each form, each manifestation. The heart embraces its own physical vehicle, sending light to each and every cell. Where there is any darkness, light is visualized. Oceans and oceans of bubbles of light moving to each and every portion of the physical vehicle that may be in discomfort. Refreshing, easing, comforting, and cleansing, renewing each cell. In the full acceptance of this body that is yours within the illusion is the full healing of this body. Find the way in your heart to love all aspects of this body, never to begrudge it. Always to understand that same energy in others, and to love and accept each vibration as lovely. As you move to the orange ray energy center and consider it for its clarity, you must look to those relationships that are of an intensive nature, where you share that which is your unique nature with one other entity upon a basis where this pairing of energies draws from you all of your attention in your caring and your efforts to communicate that which is yours to communicate. This type of relationship is the first movement outward from the individualized self, and the first movement which establishes a bridge or a bond with another self, which then allows a commerce, a trading, shall we say, of energies betwixt you and one other entity. This other entity's identity may change from time to time. The significant part of this kind of relationship is that there is only one entity at the time which comes within your focus and with whom you then respond and move in a kind of dance, as it were, as energies are exchanged. Wherever there is any kind of obstruction or blockage of this energy exchange due to imperfect communication or imperfect processing of catalysts, there needs to be the balancing of these distorted efforts, so that this center of energy may play its part in the channeling process and be opened to the degree necessary for minimum functioning, that is, to allow a certain amount of energy to move freely through the center without it being distorted or biased in a significant way. When this procedure has been accomplished, then the entity is ready to move to that yellow ray center, which begins the further expansion of the expression of the individual energies. The yellow ray energy center conditions those experiences which have to do with other selves, numbering more than two. In the yellow ray, there is the capacity to take in configurations of energy which express complex arrangements of interactions. We will find these arrangements embodied in institutions and in practices, and more intimately in attitudes that come out of these institutions and practices, so that it is with respect to the attitudes that the more immediate work is accomplished when working in yellow ray. The attitudes involve a give and take of energies and an acceptance of patterns and behavior and a feeling which comes upon one as from a source which is larger than one and which seems to be other than one. To deal efficiently with the balancing of the yellow ray, one must accept that the illusion in which one deals is as it should be, and one must accept the gift that the illusion offers in the form of the particular experience which is one's own. When this experience has been assimilated and accepted, the possibility of moving into relation to the energies of the green ray center becomes established. The green ray is a more universal image. It has to do with the beingness of the self and the illusion and the entire system of energies, which from beyond both gives itself to expression. A keynote to the experience of green ray energies is love, and it is compassion. The compassion which one experiences at this level is a summation of the work one has done upon the other three levels of energy expression. And it involves, to some extent, a balancing of these energies, which can be accomplished only by seeing that these energies are of the Creator and not one's own. They are not to be held, but are rather to be expressed and allowed to flow. In this way, one finds within the heart a humility within which a sense of purpose may be born. The sense of purpose, born in the heart center, is the most important endowment that an aspirant to truth may find. It is the birthright of each to have this firmly instilled in the center of its being. To discover the center is to find within one the yearning which is the springboard to work in the higher chakras. It could be said that the yearning of the open heart is the rectifying factor, the factor of purity, which gives to the blue ray an assurance of having to deal with truths and not merely the concerns of the illusion. Blue ray contains within itself the power of expression. In the expressiveness of blue ray, there exists the joy of creation in its occurrence. Blue ray is the first center of energy within the mind-body-spirit complex, which may act creatively. With this creative power comes a responsibility. If the blue ray has been energized by the open heart, it is responsive to the energies that have come up from the lower centers as it finds these energies balanced by love and then compassion. There is another source of energy available for expression in blue ray. However, and this is the source known as the Christ within. This energy, to be expressed, must first be apprehended in a form sufficient for the activation of blue ray. This involves, then, already the activity of that energy center, which is located between the brows and is indigo in its true coloration. The Indigo Ray Center is the center of insight. It is the center capable of discerning a concept, which for its more and more discursive expression requires contact with the blue ray. Within the indigo ray, the concept remains merely the concept, and experience of it is more direct, less refractory than one finds in the blue ray. It is for this reason that the more particular work of the adept is focused in the Indigo Ray Center when the adept has reached the point of being capable of reliably discerning the concepts and principles that are in so many various ways expressed within the illusion, but always in such a way as to transcend the illusion in favor of a metaphysical significance, which may be quite different from the appearance it takes on within the illusion. In the Indigo Ray Center, one finds that concepts do not stand alone, each discrete from the others, but rather that the situation is somewhat like a series of small streams or rivulets, which empty into larger streams and then to larger ones still, until finally they join in a great torrent and seem to travel towards a single source. We say travel towards because this is the direction indicated by the adept who seeks. That is, the adept feels him herself to be traveling towards that which is sought. But in reality, there is not a single direction to this movement. It is rather a movement which goes simultaneously backwards and forwards, as it were. The adept thus finds that the movement in the direction of what is sought, a movement which, indeed, is initiated by the adept, does not terminate either at a point within the line of sight of the adept or one outside of this line of sight, but rather opens a hallway of love and light that returns again unto the adept. It is a stream which flows outward and inward simultaneously. It is this situation which is described in your scriptures when they advise the student that if you ask, you will indeed receive. For indeed, in truth, the asking is the receiving. The seeking is finding. This is perhaps the most basic secret known and knowable in Indigo Ray. That is the foundation for the platform upon which all further work may be done. Once one has achieved all the energy centers, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and indigo, the issue of first importance is one of balancing. For a mind-body-spirit complex, which is so activated in any particular energy center that this center overbalances the entity in the direction of processing or expressing a certain kind of energy at the expense of other manners or laws of processing or expressing energy, will find that blockages occur which are due not so much to the specific distorting effects of individual chakras, but rather due to the fact that the entity as a whole is out of balance. It is vital to keep in mind that a sense of proportion should be everywhere maintained. For it is out of this sense of proportion that the finer points, or the fine-tuning, shall we say, may take place. The effect of constant daily work in meditation is not perhaps felt suddenly, is not perhaps experienced quickly or obviously in the terms of the illusion, but it is the surest and only safe approach to spiritual growth that one may take within your third density. We would suggest to each that you take heart and in a quiet joy go about your daily routine, knowing that nothing that you do, no distortion in which you may become involved, will put you so far from the love and the light of the one Creator that you are beyond redemption. All is acceptable. You are of the Creator. Find, then, within yourself the joy and the peace that is that of the Creator. We leave you in the love and in the light of the infinite Creator. Adonai, my friends, Adonai. Thank you, Latwii. You're awesome. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. All right, my sisters and brothers, I love you.